Bruce, deep down you may still be that same bright kid you used to be. But it's not who you are underneath. It's what you do that defines you.
Guys, let's take a look at this right now. Let's take a look at what's happening. Let's see if I can get some setups here today. SPX looks like it wants to make a lower low here. See this right here? Most optimal sell area. This would be like an internal sell. The most optimal area to sell would be here. Let it continue in its order flow. This is so sloppy here. It's like junk, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Only way I would want to get started is if it hits. There's no way I would sell or buy here. It's just too low. It's around this zone here and it's low, but it's gonna sell off. It's gonna sell off. SPX will sell off. I'm just trying to pick the safest route for it to sell off. But SPX will sell off, so that's why I'm looking for her. Yeah, this thing will sell off here or here, but to be honest, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a safer sell. But this thing's gonna sell off here. Dixie's on that run here, so. Expect sells on ES, expect sells on all that here. Wait for retracements though. That's one thing that I'll tell you guys. It's like, even here, like, you know, like, even though this is slop, pay attention to the slop, right? This is where it's heading down. Simple. Even NQ here. Quad market is ridiculously up right now. It's gonna keep moving. Ten-year yield, 5-year yield is just skyrocketing. Yeah, gold's gonna sell off today too. Gold is a for sure sell. Broke through the Asian range. This thing's gonna sell off for sure. Swipe more liquidity here. If it does break through, it's going to hit this low. Not going to lie, it's overly extended. The safest route for a signal, because it's already gone, this thing's gonna sell off. The safest route that I could give you guys is here. This zone here would be the safest bet that I could give you. And it's around yesterday's like high. It'd be around the weekly high that I would sell this off of. I could give you another, but realistically, like, this thing's already gone. It broke the Asian range earlier today, retraced here at like 9, and then immediately dropped. If I had caught it earlier, I would have been able to, but this thing's leaving like the train before I even, it's leaving the station before I even looked at it. So a lot of these moves are happening earlier in the week, which is kind of annoying. I want to take a look at that. Yeah, right here. get to that, that would be what I'm looking at. Hopefully it doesn't come down like beforehand, but it looks like it's coming down. Around 10 a.m. you'll probably have a reversal and it'll come back here. I'll stay on till 10 a.m. to see what happens here. 10 a.m. it'll probably come here, then shoot back down. This thing's gonna go all the way here though. This is what you're looking at here for sells. This thing is gone, so when it comes back to this zone here at 53.30, that's when I'm going to sell again for gold, but gold is gone. Oil is gone. Oil, the right area. I think I'm going to start streaming. So guys, I am going to, you know what I'm going to do? I might start streaming a little bit earlier. From what I've noticed, even last week here, moves are happening 1 hour earlier. That could be due to daylight savings, and I've noticed that ever since daylight savings, it always happens. Daylight savings time could be affecting that. I know obviously that was like a month and a half, 2 months ago here, but I've been noticing it happen for a while here after like a month or two. So usually when you see that, you know, it's because of daylight savings and consistently seeing it, you know. Oil is very much bullish here. Still gonna probably come to this zone here, break out. Oil being at 104 is insane. Yeah, gold is coming down here. You'll probably see this zone hit. That'll be the next bullish area. You'll see a lot of rejection from here, but this thing is going to make a wave downward. You're going to want to get in the sell for gold 100%, but you got to look for a retracement here first, guys. I don't know if gold's gonna even make that here, but we have to look for a retracement. We can't just get into this blindly. Let's look at CAD. USD CAD continues to climb. Honestly, I'll be honest with you guys. Wow, a lot of moves happening earlier in the day. Perfect entry was at 8 a.m. At 6 a.m. to be honest. Look at how beautiful that looks. Wow. Look at how beautiful that looks. Perfect entry at 6 a.m. A lot of moves are happening earlier in the day. Look at this. Around London. Break of the Asian range right at 6 a.m. Pullback at 7 a.m. Complete wick right leading into a couple minutes. Yep. Right there into 8 a.m. Perfect entry. Beautiful. Wow. 8 a.m. the perfect entry here. To me, once an area has been mitigated like this, it usually doesn't come back. And if it does, it invalidates it and usually it'll shift trend. So that's just something what I've noticed is after something gets mitigated, you want to be very wary of that zone, because within that zone, you could see some sort of swipe of liquidity, right? That's the biggest thing. Yeah, I think, you know what the secret, guys, I might do? I might honestly, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna announce it probably tomorrow, but next week I'm gonna start trading 1 hour earlier with you guys. Just to get, I want to get these optimal entries here. And we can't do that unless it's like, you know, sometimes the market is patient with us, but a lot of times, like right now, I would have bought here. This is like a no-brainer. You know, if you go through specifically, I hate when the market moves and leaves me. I hate that, but it is what it is. If you go through these videos here, every strategy that I talked about here, our strategy worked. This video here, go through the precision trading strategy here. If you go through this video, intraday strategy, this video here, 11-minute video, you would have made money here on USD CAD, gold, SPX, NAS, there's still a possibility, actually, there's still some, potentially you can make some money with NAS right now. NAS hasn't moved yet, actually. NAS, I might want to take a look at this area. Again, it mitigated already. Internal sales. I don't like that it mitigated here, but I think NAS will sell off probably over here. NAS might be actually a good trade to sell. SPX already moved. Yeah, SPX already moved. NAS might be a good entry to sell around 10 a.m. We might have some movement here. But SPX already gone. Oil gone. I would have bought right there. Right here. US gold gone, looking for a pullback. USD CAD, beautiful, perfect buy. Right, I call it swings back here and back here that are up. And I think this is going to go higher here. The volatility is very low for USD CAD. You know, you have like 80 pips of volatility. You know, the average range for this is not even that high. You know, 50 pips a day, 50 pips on average is the range. Maybe 30 pips of like an actual impulse move and movement here, you know. Beautiful. Okay, so let's look at... No, so that thing looks like a beautiful cell is lining up right now, actually. See that? Beautiful. Right here. See that? I just sold it. All right. Let's look at... Yeah, I'm selling it right here, guys. This area here. Just with SPX as well. The SPX is obviously selling off. NAS will sell off too. It's just making its retracement here into the Asian range. Probably remitigate either here or remitigate here. Then sell off. So I'm just looking for that specific area. You can wait till 10 a.m. here if you want to be patient here. But I'm going to take small sell here. See that? Okay, let's take a look at what else is popping off here. Might want to wait for a swipe of liquidity, but I just don't want to wait. Yeah. At a point where I'm just gonna take it because I'm not seeing anything else, to be honest, at this moment. Everything else is kind of gone. There we go. Gold finally pulling back here. That's good. We need some of these pairs to pull back here in order for us to take the trade. USD CAD even, like, it's gone. USD CAD's gone. USD JPY. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Why is USD JPY doing that? Let's find out the exact reason. As that reads, we'll find out why here in just a bit. GU looks weird. I really don't like GU. It's just ranging here. Let's look at what happened. GU's bearish here. It's gonna sell off. Come back into this internal buying zone here. But it will most likely sell off to at least here. I want to be careful because it is an order flow. Yeah, we're long term, we're selling off. We're probably gonna come lower to here. Right? See that external buying structure? Probably some TPs here. There's more expansion happening now. Swipe up. More of a mitigation sell here. Internal sells. It's actually beautiful 8 a.m. structure to sell. 8 a.m. structure was a beautiful sell. This is what I'll say with this is what GU. I'm not trying to trade everything today, but GU is going to sell off. It will sell off. Let's go back to USD-JPY. I wanted to see what created this candle right here. USD-JPY. Let's look at what did that. Okay, so pre-candle Canada AI conference. No JPY catalysts. Okay, USD ADP employment rose to 44. Interesting. See exactly what happened in that candle. Where were these numbers here? Interesting. Huh. Take a look at our BTC sells here. You want to take a look at that. I am up in our BTC sells. I am in 7 sells on BTC. I am on 7 sells on BTC. Last night I gave out an entry, a re-entry for BTC sells. Like right around, when was that? Monday or something? Yeah, the re-entry would have been here. I'm looking for more confirmation here. You know what would be the most beautiful confirmation? What I would say? If we broke structure here. I think a daily break of structure to me would be the catalyst to have the BTC drop. I would probably, so obviously I'm in sells everywhere. Okay, I've been in sells for days. I'm in sells here, sells here, sells here, sells here, sells here, sells here. I'm in a bunch of sells for BTC and also in sells here. I'm gonna keep, and I know guys, a lot of you guys aren't used to swing trading. I'm gonna keep selling. But the catalyst for me to really sell, and what I mean by that is the confirmation of my life, I was very confident. Yeah, you know, BTC was going up. It was going towards my stop loss. I was never not confident though. I knew where BTC was going, so I didn't care. Like, even though, you know, everything was even though, you know, everything was going up, I knew that the market was over leveraged. I understood that right now the market was kind of just bullshit. Fundamentals should have been pushing the market down, but it wasn't, right? So I didn't really care. I was still what? I was still confident though. It didn't matter. So regardless of what was happening, I was still confident with it. It didn't matter to me. But what would really increase my confidence to like from like a 80% to like a 90%, because you can never be 100% with trading, right? If we have that break of structure here, if we have that daily break here, it's over for BTC. We call it the top. If we get this break of structure here to this low, oh my God. I would wait for a pullback. The pullback would probably come to 78. And I am gonna sell the living, and I'm still selling, but I'm gonna sell the living shit till probably 42K. Then I'd start to buy, and I think the low will come at 42K. So our BTC trade right now is still in profit, but I'm waiting for that zone here. I am really waiting for that zone. Because for us, that break of structure here would be the ultimate catalyst, at least from my perspective, of us riding this thing down all the way to the bear market, and we call it the top, you know? So let's go back here. Let me put this in here. Can't wait for 50 to 40K. Let's take a look at NAS here. I'm up right now on NAS. It's the only trade I gave out today here. All right, so with NAS, now that I've entered here and we're already in profit here. Let me give you guys a proper kind of breakdown here. If you're in profit, put stop loss to break even, please. Okay. This is what I would say to you here because I'm in this. You're gonna ride this down to 4212. You're gonna ride it down to the low. No more past the low. The reason why is because the biggest reason why is I'm just a little worried if this thing swipes liquidity to the low and then starts to rally here. Okay, so I'm in this sell right now. The stop loss would be above the high. Okay, you're gonna ride it to this main low here. Okay, this low here is honestly the pivotal point. Yeah, that low right here. It'll probably break, most likely. That's kind of what I'm looking at, like that break of structure here. Like, I think it'll break, to be brutally honest, but you can never be uncertain, right? So TP should have already TP'd one right here. Let's just hold it. Let's wait. It's not too much of a risk here. But I'm still in NOS here. I'm in sells, in profit. So we'll wait, see how it goes. You're seeing mitigations here, breaks of structure, mitigation, re-mitigation here to the sell side. We come back up, I'll add an alert. Yeah, this thing's gonna probably fall. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. We'll talk to y'all soon. If you have anything else here, let me know. We'll get it rocking, but I am in sells here for NOS. Let's fucking go. I already see it. Pete up and NOS, dropping results in the chat. Let's freaking go. All right, Pete, move stop loss to break even. Appreciate you guys. Love y'all. We'll talk to you soon. I am going to be looking for what happens next with some of these gold pairs. I know gold's going to retrace here, okay? And I know some of these other pairs are going to retrace, so just wait for that. But I appreciate y'all.